Hey everybody! I'm an hour late. That's later than usual. That's way later than usual, and I apologize for that. Apparently, my phone died, and that's where my alarm was. And I'll blame my phone. Sure, that's what I'll blame. Anyways, for those who did wait, thank you very much for waiting. For those who went off and did something else and came back, I hope you didn't lose out on too much of your weekend. Next to have the link in the description has been updated. Apparently that wasn't updated either, so I messed that up too, which is great. So, but it's up, so you can vote for the next furry game. In the meanwhile, we're going to be playing our Super Battle Royale while we're voting for the next game to stream next week. So it looks like I need to, while I'm doing that, I got some daily stuff to do here. It's double XP weekend. I can get 2 campfires, get 2 bull kills. I'll probably have that much damage dealt by the end of the night. That's not going to be a problem. And it looks like I need to open 14 rebel crates, which is going to happen during the course of normal gameplay anyway. So we should be good. Let me know if anything is everything is going fine. Hopefully, otherwise. Oh no! No! Okay. I was scared there for a minute. I'm like, is the server down? That would just be like the cherry on top of this whole Sunday. So I guess that would be interesting. That does bring up a good point, though. Yeah, what do we do if what do we do if what do we do if this thing is ever down? Hey, that's mean. Like, what would be like I don't know. What would we do? What would we do if this was down during this vote thing? We'd have to find another game, I guess. Guess we need a backup game. Just in case. As you can tell, I'm still waking up. Anyways, let's go. We need bow kills, which is really hard to do. So I come up with a new strategy, and that is I'm marking the end of this thing. I will look for bows on the way down. And also I want skunk bombs because I need to open up I need to do the campsite. Now to get the campsite achievement, you can either take damage and stand next to a campsite to get the thing going on, or if you don't have the option, the more safer option is to do a skunk bomb on yourself, take some damage, and then heal yourself up. Looking for a bow. Forgot I was doing stuff. Oh, someone else is going that way. We'll go that way. Bow. No. Okay, we're going for the houses over here. That's shotgun. Pistol. I saw a skunk bomb. Take the skunk bomb. Yes, I was late. Super late. Later than usual. It does not look like I'm going to find a bow and arrow by the time I get to the thing, unfortunately. There's like a blue shotgun. Ooh. Oh, and there's a box to open. Let me see if there's a bow and arrow. Come on, baby. Now, sparrow launcher. Fine. Eat gas. Is that 4? That was 4 people. There's a lot of AFK people today. But basically, like, if I had a bow and arrow, I would have used the bow and arrow, and I would have gotten my achievement very easily. But I couldn't find one, so... we're inside the circle. I should have probably ran off and tried to find a thing. And there's a cache. Eagle shot, that's fine. We'll replace the thing with that. Armello, perhaps, is a backup. Oh yeah, Armello as a backup would be a good idea. That's great. Thanks for me. We always get this. Ah, there's my campsite. So I got one of the 2 campsites for today. Alright, cool. Another skunky. Almost full up on supplies here. Oh, there's another canister to open. Oh, level 3. Boom, boom. Oh, there's my bow and arrow. I guess I should take it for posterity's sake. No, it's a bit late in the game. Like, like a bow and arrow is great at the early part of the game. Later on, it kind of gets bad. Like, it's not great. Not the greatest weapon. It's good for shooting and moving. Other than that, I've got plenty of time, so I'm not worried about it. Blue gun. Don't need that. There's a... Yes. Here's my friend Tommy. Does all the talking. What is this? SMG rare. And a Jag. Oh my god. Got stuff, baby. It's looking good. I just gotta be really cautious. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this guy. And we're gonna move towards the... Wow, okay, I was stuck in a walking loop there. We'll wait. No use in fighting. Like, I can't find anything better than what I got right now. So, I'm just gonna wait them out. I mean, I'm full up on everything. Like, armor, guns, grenades. Just keep on there. Here's some fighting to the west, which is not surprising. Dance, baby, dance. Fuck. I screwed that up. I was not being aggressive enough. There's too many people. So he's gonna win this one. Somebody else is alive. They're... Oh no, maybe if they have a golden cup. Let's see who wins. They have a golden cup. They have a golden cup. Yeah, they had the golden cup. That's the only reason they won that match. Look at them. They're like down to the last one. Barista Zebra. Alright, so still got to get to 2 bull kills. So we're gonna do our normal thing, and we're gonna try to do what we did last time. Only hopefully I find a bow before we get there. So going to be right about there. So hope you guys had a good week. That you didn't, that you weren't an hour late to anything. Alright, so look for a bow. So usually what I do when I play this on a daily basis-ish, when I come home, like what I'll do is, I'll usually have a video up or something, and like I'll actually run the video, like while I'm in the waiting room. It gives you an opportunity to do something other than sit around and just like... nothing there. So I think right about when I hit this tundra, I should start looking for some bow and arrows. That'll give me time to move out to there. Bow and arrow, bow and arrow, bow and arrow, bow and arrow. It's a pistol. I'll try moving out here. Bow and arrow. Bow and arrow. There are no bow and arrows. You were killing me, game. I'll take a blue freaking nose or thing. There it is! Take that. Yes! Take armor too. Alright, take those. And we're gonna move the oh, take that, take that. How far am I from... Oh god! I gotta hurry. Alright, let's go kill these... Oh, no. Jerk. Alright, I gotta go and kill these people quickly. If they exist. Oh, they're already dead. That person already killed them. Son of a gun. Alright. Jerk. Yeah, see, here's the frickin' thing already. Jeez Louise, I need a ball. I need a ball. I need a ball. I need a ball. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, I can't walk. No. Not good. Alright, I gotta go to the emu farm. Hopefully there's an emu there. But of course, I'm in, like, deep in this stuff, so they're gonna be... Alright, we're at least a few clicks away. We're gonna walk and heal. Take the clawed boots. Alright, we got the campfire achievement. I forgot about that one, so at least we got it. Alright. Alright, let's go. Oh my god, it's gonna go again! Run! Need a snorkel. You gotta be, what's it called? First they must catch you. That's the bunny slogan, isn't it? Prince of 1,000 enemies. He had the little gun. It's like a lion mouse. I've never seen that before. Alright. The sad part about the weekend bonus is that I got the emu thing like on Wednesday, and I didn't know that they were gonna do a double weekend. If I knew that, I would have like not gotten that. But anyways, we've got a few hours yet. I can get these. Not so bad. Little flops. I mean, I'm getting top 10 each time, so like, it's better than what I originally did. I want to go back and see what I first did it, because I know the first time I played this on stream was definitely the first time I played it. It's a mouse. It was a mouse species, but it looked like a lion. So that was like a different skin. Alright, let's see what we got. Try to do the bow thing again. Down here. Hopefully the person doesn't kill all my people next time. So I also want to look for it in the swamp. So when I hit the swamp, I should start looking for bows and arrows, and hopefully we get some. And hopefully that person doesn't kill those people that time. I could have easily died there last game. Oh yeah, like project? What's the project? A purple gun. Oh, there's a bone. Go for that one. Why are you doing that for a bow and arrow, man? That's just weird. Alright, there's one. Thanks, dog. Alright, sweet up drinks. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Dailies are done. There is no honor for stealing kills. And there's like a blue gun up there, so I can replace my bow and arrow with a blue AK. This is looking very good so far. How far do I have to go? Moderate, so I've got time. Here's a freaking proud boy. I never wear that hat. Take that. Put up the shotgun, so I got knocked off my horse. Oh, that's full. Yeah, Kage showed you got snow, man. Whoops, I had a shotgun. That was a mistake. I have a level 2 or level 3, I can't tell. My eyes are going, man. I only have level 2. Alright. You have a grid jumper game? Oh, there's a level 3. Now I feel bad for wasting all my tape, but I got full anyway, so I'm good. How far do I have to go? Oh, that's pretty far. Let's go. Jeez, he hit me with a freaking sniper rolling like that? God dang, I was dead. You know, hey, look. Oh, wait, hold on. No, it's Saint. It is a thing. It's St. Patty's Day, right? Forgot about that. I just got the suit. I just unlocked the suit again. Oh no, confessions. That's not good. Hopefully it's not anything too sinful. I'm not a priest. Of course it's late. It's St. Patty's weekend, so of course I've gotta. I'm going for it. Oh gosh, yeah, look at all that. I just noticed all the green. I just noticed it. I'm very, very dumb. I'm surprised they don't have like the... I guess they don't have like 4-leaf clover things like on their thing. Too soon, buddy. Too soon. Anyway, let's see. We don't need to do the thing anymore, so we can just go wherever we want. We should drop on one of those chest things, right? I'm usually a late bloomer, so... Well, actually, whatever I see the first chest, I should go for it. One of those, yeah, there we go. That's actually super risky, and he's already going for it, so we'll go for this. Somebody already died here. That was a shotgun. I'm gonna hide right here. Surprise! What? You didn't accept my surprise. I feel sad. Alright. That could have went better. Yeah, you don't surprise somebody in an ambush like that unless you have a shotgun, because they had one, and I didn't have one. That didn't go too well. Now I'm just looking ridiculous. Alright, let's go. But that's what it's all about, right? If I have enough to drink, I won't look ridiculous. Going out for a night of drinking. Gotta get your glutes. Before we glute our glutes. Before we kill our liver. Here we go. Can't handle all this luck. See, I actually blame the lucky shirt in that case. The lucky shirt was not lucky. Alright, I'm looking for a crate to open. There's a crate. Go for the crate, baby. I was lucky. Lucky. Alright, let's go. Yeah, keep the... Hi. I'm out. You're good. What are you doing? Yeah, I think he was trying to get on the thing. Or, yeah. Cats aren't lucky. Rabbits are lucky, though. Only our feet are. Alright. There we go. Got a jag. Excellent. Hit that loot crate. That's one of the objectives I have for the week. I have like about 10 more of them to open. And then what was the other one? Oh, hi. Why did he stop firing? Is it like what I'm wearing? Is it like shocking people? Like that I should have died there. I only have a singleton here. We need better armor. Find some better armor, that would be great. You two can have fun. I'll stay over here. Stealing your ball. Bye. There's a crate. Let's go. Yes. No, come back. You wanted to have a hug. Let's hug. I want to hug you. Come back. Come back, my adoring fan. How did I miss you? What comment? Oh, the commenter you thought was cross. Oh, that was you? Oh! Sorry. Yeah, I did miss that. So all those emojis are distracting. I was going to reply to that in some way, but then I was like, nah, I shouldn't. I was like, what was it? Just killed that emu. All you movie buffs sound alike, right? But I would consider myself a bit of a hobbyist. Yeah, sure, you can go back there, buddy. Woo, you almost got hit. Look both ways before you cross the street. I gotta turn up my shotgun just in case I get hit near somebody. I saw that person. I'm gonna bounce back and give him a hug. Whoopsies, I'm sorry. Did I kill your emu? This is the second emu I've killed with this thing. This thing's got a taste for blood. It likes bird. Hi, cat. Your tent saved you. Scaring people. It's not hitting anybody. Look at all you people fighting. You know what? Let's just keep rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Whoops, sorry, proud boy. Now it's like me running you over with a car. How do you like that? The problem was like, yeah, you can't fire a gun apparently. That's what you get. I was joking around. Cross Affliction, he's our movie review guy, and I thought it's like all I saw was movie, what's its name? Movie, celebrity name, and then all I could think of was Cross Affliction. Because I have no idea what he's talking about whenever he does that kind of stuff. You know what? I'm gonna put on my put back on my my suit here. I will wear the lucky bow though, because you know, may as well. It's like Cross Affliction already looked. The thing that makes Cross Affliction look bad is that he was a regular, frequent person to visit the Portal of Evil when it was still a thing. Apparently. Oh my gosh! It's Shadow's like evil twin. You guys gonna cut? Hey! None of that. Taking notes, boys. Taking notes. Which one? There's several now. Talking about the furry weekend Atlanta thing. I was just enjoying like not having to write something up, but now there's like two things. Right there is yesterday furry weekend in Atlanta had announced one of their musical guests, and they are an electric EDM band that is not furry. Like they're not really affiliated with the fandom whatsoever. Other than their Twitter handle seems to have a koala on it, which is nice. But you know, this is like the second year they've kind of done something like that. Like they did have like the what they call the mystery. What are they called? The mystery people. I can't remember what they call them. The people that sang Ghosts. Oh, you might just disappear. Do do do. Those people. They had them one year. I don't think they're affiliated with the fandom, though they were known online a lot. And I don't know. I have no idea who this new one is at all. As far as like what I think about the whole situation, like I will say the one on the PR side of things, like the guy's asking questions about the to the convention, and then they answer with like, "Oh, isn't that like, oh, that's so cute." Like that GIF was like, oof, that was pretty bad. Yeah, that was a PR. That was a PR oof. I would say, it is what it is. If, other conventions want to step in, like, other conventions will certainly step in. There's plenty of furry conventions these days. If one of the conventions wants to go make his own, like, little EDSM, like, thing, it's no skin off most people's bones. I think that, as long as it doesn't cause the price of the convention to go to an unreasonable amount of money, him focusing on his whatever music he wants to do, it's not as harmful as a lot of people think it is, but at the same time, the concern is mostly over, you know, when is it not like why don't we bring in music guests that don't have connections with the furry fandom? Like if you're talking about musical celebrities coming into the fandom, you know, I'd rather have a Violent J situation personally. That's just my personal thought on it. It's like I'd rather see like a Violent J thing where like, hey, look, he's coming to the convention with his daughter. Or, look, he bought this fursuit. I kind of feel bad a little bit about that now because it's like I don't know if they're ever going back because it doesn't seem like it seems like Rose got off of social media really and like all that, so it's kind of like one of those things where, you know, was this like was it a fad for his daughter, and like now that that fad's kind of over, like he basically just spent money on 2 fursuits, 2.5 fursuits, and like nothing else really came of it. It's kind of like, oh, that's an expensive sort of like hobby kind of a thing. I mean, it was a pretty good year for both, for sure. Aw, you're like, I know who's gonna win this fight. I thank you for your confidence in me, bunny. Us bunnies gotta stick together. You traitor! I thought we were in this fight together. In the arms of the angels. Betrayal. We were bunnies. We're supposed to hop together. Why would you do that to me, man? We were partners. The Violent J thing was only 2019, Ganovo. That only happened in 2019. Emu Combat. Anyways, yeah, so like, as far as like the whole thing goes, chicks, bro, they'll stab you in the back. To be fair, I think it was the bow. Oh, look at that! I've almost like two rebel quates and less than 500 damage to get both of the weeklies. So while we're doing this, be sure to vote in the description. Oh my gosh, that's right. I was only here since 6. I'm like, it's been an hour and a half already. No, it's been a half hour because you were late. But yeah, so like it's persnickety. I think that the PR blunder of like using a Zootopia GIF like that was a bit dumb. It's like somebody's already like it's one of those weird. It's almost like Psycho in a way. Like To the Griffin did that to me, right? Where like I make this video about hate crime statistics. He makes his counter video. And at the end of the video, he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so cute." And I'm like, "What? No, dude. Like, what is with the like? It's like, well, if I compliment them, they'll like me, and if they like me, then they'll like, well, then I'll win the argument, right?" But then it's like, no, that's not. No, just no. That's not how things work, man. It's just weird. Don't do that. If you're having a like, keep it platonic, man. That's what I'm saying. If you, unless there is unless people are sharing notes with you, don't jump in with the cute thing. Cute is an offensive term. Didn't Zootopia tell you that? I'm just surprised that Fist got on there. Like, that Fist got nominated. I'm extremely surprised at that. Pleasantly surprised. Oh, thanks, Tom. See, you're fine, Tom, because we have an established connection, right? We've known each other for several years. You know, that's fine. If a person who knows a person for a long time and like has an established relationship calls somebody cute, that's fine. But when acquaintances do it, or just random people on the internet, it gets kind of weird. Yeah, I mean it's one of those things that people find like social media is definitely a public. You know, remember jousting, right? In the Middle Ages, like the thing. It's like that. Like, people are more worried about jousting and doing that kind of a thing and finding a hill to die on, and like they'll die on all the hills, and they fight for the honor of the ideas in their head. It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's been a long time. Like, I've been in this fandom for like 2 decades now. It's crazy. Almost 2 decades now. Like, I think I'm a few years shy of 2 decades. I've been writer at Hi, man. How you doing? Oh! You had a shotgun! I shouldn't have effed around. And of course, nothing says a shotgun to the face like a 70s explosion. That was funny. Whee! Oh, 2 levels. I skipped 107. That's great. Thanks, Double XP Weekend. I could have gotten more if I just... That was kind of funny, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna do something about Sonic, too. Like, so there's, like, 3 things I wanted to talk about now. Like, I have the Sonic thing. I wanted to talk about the Sonic the 2 movie because I wanted to talk about how their PR team is freaking killing it. Speaking of, like, social media jousting. Like, their team is just killing it. Like, they're basically doing, like, the internet has a problem. We're just gonna lean into the problem. I think I had the crates one, right? Yeah, so all I got is damage, so just drop wherever I want to drop. I'm leaving the fandom. I'm coming back to the fandom. Oh, he's going for the purple gun. Dang it. He's going for the thing. So I'm gonna go up here. Let's see what's in this building. Hunting rifle sucks. Here we go. Level 2. Alright. I don't know why I didn't take the shotgun. Oh, something better came up. No, I mean they're positive killing it. Like, think about it. The first Sonic movie, the whole reason, like, they released the first trailer, right? And it's this horrible, horrible monstrosity for multiple reasons. Number one, they like use like Gangster's Paradise or something as their theme song, and they had like this horrendous model, and basically they like were delaying the movie, and then they fixed the problem, and then in the second movie they had the poster issue, right? And then basically, by the way, the poster issue was not really all that big of an issue if you actually study what the first poster was going for. It's like it's very obvious what they were kind of going for as far as aesthetics go. But everyone complained that Tails was on the poster and her voice actor didn't get any credit. And basically what they ended up doing was they made 3 more posters with each of the characters on it individually and just had their name on that poster, right? Just like right like within a week afterwards. Like they just like, okay, they don't like this one poster because that, and we're gonna make this poster with Tails on it. Yeah. They actually did more than the Tails poster. They actually had like a Knuckles poster and they had a Sonic poster. And they had the Tails poster. But everyone paid attention to the Tails poster because everyone was complaining about Tails. Like... So it's like, did they plan that out? Or was it like just social media going, oh, we fixed this thing and we want to take credit for the sun rising? It's an interesting question. But, to the internet's understanding, right? Oh, I should take out my shotty. Alright, so what we do in this case, I have 2 grenades, so I should look for more. And I have a level 2, so I should look for a level 3. But what, you know, in this case of, what was I gonna say? In the case of the internet thinks it solved the problem, so... It's the second one. It probably is the second one, but shh, don't tell the internet. It's a chicken cannon. I want the shotty, though. Because that's why I want the shotty. Did he have a level 3? He had a level 1. Scrub. The first one... Now, here's the thing. The first one has a weird place in my heart because it was something I watched. It was the first thing I watched. It was the first movie. It was a movie I watched because, like, it was on Amazon, and Sarah's like, "Oh, it's pretty good." My sister's like, "Oh, it's pretty good." So I was like, "Okay, I'll see it." And so I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it," and I did. And you know, I was okay with it, mostly because I should let him live so that they can fight. Oh, I was number 10. I thought it was okay for what it was. It certainly was better than a video game movie usually is. But I liked, I looked at the theme of isolation, and I think I might have latched onto that theme because, like, this is like a thing. They had this one scene, like the one scene I said was like, this is a lot more powerful because of the situation that we're in. Otherwise, it would have been just a throwaway scene, right? There's this scene where Sonic is watching this baseball game, right, with these 2 little league teams, and like he's so lonely, and he's watching them play this game, and the kids are doing the whole end game thing where they're passing each other and giving each other high fives. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, when they wrote this, that was a normal thing. And now, like, coronavirus is here, and that is, like, any kid watching that right now is going to be like, oh my god, help me. They can actually emotionally feel like Sonic feels, because it's like they know spring is coming and they're not going to be able to play baseball like that. Because it's 2020. And it's April 2020, and this is where we're at. So that the theme of loneliness and isolation, which is a running theme of the first movie, hits a lot harder. And there was a toilet paper joke, which hit a lot harder because of it. as well. Oh my gosh, another level 3. Because like there was the bar fight scene, right? And then like he's like, you should have seen all that toilet paper I just used, and I'm like, Sonic, that is like gold. You don't waste toilet paper, man. That stuff's like a precious commodity right now. What are you doing, you monster? And both of those things like literally had nothing to do with. Yeah, the production team was very lucky. Yes, well, everyone else wasn't, but as far as the second one goes, I'm curious to see where they go with the story. If it were anything else, like the whole Donut Lord thing, like there were certain like flaws in the story. Obviously, like I went through like the whole list of them in my review of it. Like Sonic's like not like he's like go west or something, and it's like if he told him to go west, he would find Seattle or something. There was some weird thing like that. Like he ran straight into the ocean without. Oh, that was the big one. Is that, you know, the Donut Lord, quote unquote, character is trying to basically yeah, come follow me, buddy. Oh, good shot. Jesus. I wasn't expecting freaking Lucky Beard. Okay. Oh, that's what the mouse was wearing. Okay. It wasn't a lion mouse. He was wearing a Lucky Beard. Let me see what the Lucky Beard. What's the Lucky Beard replace? I can wear a Lucky Beard. I should wear like a. There we go. Yeah, like Tom was trying to get to a bigger town, so, you know, Sonic was going with him, and, like, oh, that was the big thing I was angry about. That was the one scene I was angry about. There's the bar scene, right? And, like, you know, Donut Lord's trying to get rid of Sonic. He's seeing him as, like, a liability, and, like, he's trying to get rid of him. So they go to this bar scene, and, you know, he tells him to stay in the car. He goes to the phone. He talks to Eggman. He comes back to the car. Sonic is gone. And Sonic went into the bar. And he follows him into the bar. First off, he's trying to ditch Sonic. Now's your chance to leave if you're going to leave, right? But that's not the worst part. The worst part is he doesn't. He follows him into the bar. They have their little bro moment. They have the bar fight. They go out. The very next scene, he tells him that, oh, well, I'm going to the big city and I'm abandoning this small town. And Sonic's like, you're a ditcher. You're a person who leaves. You ditched me. And he says that. He's like, you're good at ditching people. Like, why don't you ditch me? You're good at doing that. Or ditching things. And literally, the previous scene, he could have ditched him. He could have walked away very easily. He could have left him in the bar. And he didn't. He didn't ditch him. So it was like, that is such a big contradiction. It's like the scene makes absolutely no sense. It made me pull my hair out. That was the big one. That was the big negative for me. The big positive was, you know, the story about isolation. And by the way, like, when you think about it, isolation as a theme I liked. And I liked the fact that both the protagonist and the antagonist are people who are in isolation. You know, Sonic was forced into isolation. Then he made friends. And, you know, Eggman kept himself in isolation. And eventually his friends, you know, Sonic, you know, got friends. And then basically Eggman was basically forced into isolation again at the end of the film because, you know, he was being a dick. And, like, he thought he could do everything himself, and, like, he ended up doing that kind of a thing. So I like that as a theme. But, yeah, pull my fur out, yes. Pull my hair out. The fur on my head, yes. But it's crazy, you know? I was like, oh. So I like that. Like, I always have a big positive and negative when it comes to analyzing films. Like, what is the thing I like the most and what's the thing I hate the most? Like, Zootopia. The thing I liked the most about Zootopia was the scene where Judy Hopps, you know, turned her in her badge and stepped away, right? I really liked that scene because, you know, Judy saw the damage that she did by what she did in that film, like, when that situation occurred, and she resigned. And when she resigned, they literally had the camera on the badge as she was walking out the door and turned in her badge to Mayweather, to Bellwether. And there was the word on the badge that was visible when she walked away was the word integrity. That was my favorite part of the film, because it was an important message for people in law enforcement and people in you know, game in positions like that. That wasn't hard, you know, it wasn't hard-handed. It was just like, if you see that your decisions causes your country and your community to become screwed up, and your whole job is to try to maintain the peace, right? You have to walk away, right, and realize, like, what you did. That gives you integrity. The worst thing that I didn't like about the film for Zootopia was the thing where I predicted Donald Trump's election, which made me like, and I'll never live that down, because I did not like Bellwether as an antagonist, because, you know, they were like doing the whole like surprise thing, like, oh, surprise, the antagonist was the person you least thought it would be, this meek little sheep. But when she gets into her like monologuing, it's like she's charismatic, and she's laying out a bunch of statistics that go like, hey, we're a democracy. Like, there's hints throughout the film, they're a democracy. And at the end of the film, oh, he's got better guns than I got. I was like, why didn't she just run for office, right? Instead of like lamenting about not getting the sheep vote. Because, like, she's got this whole like thing set up, right? Take the cup. Oh! Where did that come from? Oh well. So, you know, it's like the whole thing with what's her name? Did I get the other one yet? Did I get the damage one? I did not. I'm almost gonna get it though. I'm at 60 points of damage, so all I gotta do is like kill one more person or do a lot of damage. There's a side thing. Oh, St. Patrick's Day. Oh. Is there a... No, there's not. Anyways, like, the whole, like, idea that she wouldn't run for political office, even though she, like, prey outnumber predators, like, 9-1, or she said 10-1, and she said 90%, which are two different things, right? If it's 90%, it's 9-1, not 10-1. And that was another thing during her monologue. Her math kind of got a little screwed up. Will they bring up the Maria? And it's going to be hard. Well, it would be hard to bring up the Maria storyline in this universe. Like, the fact that they're bringing in Knuckles and the floating island is not anything anywhere in sight in those trailers makes me a bit wary that they I don't think they're gonna tie it back to the canon of the games. Because obviously the first time you see Knuckles in the games was Angel Island and, you know, the Master Emerald and all that kind of stuff. So, like, unless they somehow incorporate that into the storyline, I think they're going to be two different things. Especially since, like, I think in the main canon story, like, Tails and Sonic are sort of, like, friends for a long time. Like, I don't know how Tails is going to get introduced either. And usually Tails was introduced like one game before Knuckles, so it's like it's kind of one of those things where Metal Sonic. You and your robots, frickin' scientist. Squirrel. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, I guess I'm obligated to watch this one. Though, like, I'm surprised that frickin' I think what I did is that I think Crossy said Cross Affliction said he had no interest in watching in doing the whole Sonic movies franchise. So I think I'm covered. I would have to ask him if he's gonna do that one. I think Crossy's gonna do Going Red. Or Turning Red, or whatever it's called. Aye, Captain. I got him. Surprised the grenade itself didn't do that. No lollygagging. That was sort of mean. I shouldn't have done that. I feel bad. You and your robots. I'm watching you. I'm suspicious, man. Yeah, the thing is, that's the one reason I didn't care for the overall message. Because it made it seem like democracy was a protection against bigotry. You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing that kind of made me a little agitated about the whole Bellwether situation. Because, like, she could have ran for political office just as easily as she was doing her little, like, I'm going to, you know, do this whole... Wow, that was... I Oh, ha 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 ha! Eat grenade, bitch! A lucky I've got the lucky horseshoe, and it explodes. Take that! That's what you get for touching me, Lucky Charms. Oh, that was me being stupid. I was watching chat. I'm not a true streamer. I can't watch chat and game at the same time, apparently. That was mean. I feel bad about that. I should consider the Sphinx a safe zone. I shouldn't be touching that. Yeah, Turning Red. So basically, like, Zootopia, right? Like, it's like, oh, May Bellwether had to use this weird coercion to get into power. Woo, go, baby. Aw, I almost skipped another level. But she didn't have to use that coercion. She could have just ran for office, and she could have ran on a platform where she's like, hey, predators need to have shock collars on. She could have literally done that. She could have literally been like the quote-unquote bellwether for opening out bigotry. Because, by the way, like, her little plot did make, you know, the animals, you know, see, you know, get into that whole dietism thing. But at the same time, like, it was always there. And if that bias and that bigotry was there, it could have easily been voted upon. in that way. Democracy does not protect the people from themselves. That is the flaw of democracy. It is a mitigation. It's better than a monarchy. It's better than a theocracy. It's better than an oligarchy. Yes, because, yes, everyone gets a vote. But, even though everyone gets a vote, it can't protect if the whole of society has a bias or a corruption. Oh, wait, I got more challenges. It's 7 o'clock. Hey, cool. That's actually neat. Now I have more things to do before while the stream's still going. So I guess me being an hour late was on purpose, because I would have not had something to do for an hour otherwise. Let's see. Say getting into video. You've heard of Men of the Hollower? Oh, yeah, Men of the Hollower for sure. That's like as soon as that one comes out. That's in 2023. That's a ways. I like the aesthetic for it because one of the big games I used to play when I was younger was the Zelda for the Game Boy, and that's definitely the aesthetic they were going for with it. There's like they have the aesthetic of that, but they also have like the combat of Castlevania, which I'm not a big Castlevania person, but I can definitely dig the Zelda aesthetic, the Zelda 2D handheld aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, she had a plan. It's just that the plan was convoluted, and I think it was written by somebody who. This was before Trump got elected, by the way, like in Zootopia. So there was still this sort of naivete, like, oh, democracy solved all our bigotry issues, and it's like, no, it didn't. People vote people into power because they're bigots. That's something that still happens. Mole Mania. Yes, I overslept on purpose. It was intentful. I knew that I was going to be able to unlock all those things. What were those two things anyway? I didn't even read them. Can I? Okay, get melee kills. Okay, well that one's easy. One melee kill. That's it. Okay, and dart gun. So look for a dart gun, or look for dart gun, or look for. There's a thing. There's a blue. I'll take the blue. I'll take the. Get over here, man. Alright, we got full up on that. I'm gonna head up there, and since I didn't find anything, we'll see if I can use the melee. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Back scratcher! Oh, it's two. Alright. So I gotta look for the dart gun. Yeah, Oracle of Ages and Seasons are excellent. Like, the fact that they could tie the two games together like that is amazing. The fact that they were trying to do 3 is insane. But apparently it's like, as soon as they tried to add a third game to it, it was like orders of magnitude harder. Because it's you know, the mathematical nerd stuff. It's called factorial, right? Like, if you have two games that you can play between, there's two possibilities. You play game A first, and you play game B second, or you play game B first and you play game. Oh, okay. I'm dorking around here. So you have like two possibilities. When you have 3 games, all of a sudden you have 6 possibilities. Right? You play game A, then B, then C, or B, then A, then C. I don't have time to go over all 6, and I'll mess it up if I do, but the reason you can do that in your head is it's very easy. It's basically what they call X factorial, right? It's X is the number of things that you can do in order then factorial is basically multiplied by... Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't mean to do that. Hi, you could have killed me right there. It's 3 times 2 times 1. So you take the number of things you can do first, and then you take the number of things that you're left with second, and then you take the things that you're left with. So you can play one of 3 games first, then you can play one of the remaining 2, and then you can play the 1. So 3 times 2 times 1 gives you 6. So if you have like 4 games that you're playing in a row, all of a sudden it's 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You know, so that's 4 times 3 is that, and then so that's 24 possibilities. Hey, wait! I'm gonna kill whoever comes out of there. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. No fighting in the Sphinx. Oh, God. Heck off. Gonna come over here. How did you not die? Took 3 shotgun shells to the face, and you're still like, oh no, I'm fine. No, he almost died. I'm almost to the next next diamond, next thing. Okay, dart gun is the only thing I got left. Anything in the shop? But eat your toes. That would actually work really well with that. I don't have the tickets for it though. Green pool noodle, gray beard. Oh, of course. I can't equip it because it's like... I'll equip it now, though. Where is Floss? Oh, there it is. Must floss, because that's a... Top of the morning to you, laddies. Be sure to floss. Oh yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So that was basically a bunch of things about the movies, right? That was basically got through that. No, you're never a nuisance, Truth. Sorry, I didn't read that earlier. Yeah, I think they're learning a bit about that from the Coco thing there, Ganovo, because from what I hear, that one, what's the one that we don't talk about, Bruno? I can't remember the name of it. Because I don't watch Disney movies all that much anymore. Like, I don't watch movies all that much anymore. Like, so, like, I'm kind of disconnected with it all, but as far as I know, the movie, the movie with those characters, right? The we don't talk about no, that latest one from Disney, Moana, I think it was called. I don't think it's Moana. Basically, you know, doesn't have a villain. Like, doesn't like. And I think that's the big thing, right? I think that's something that we need as a society, honestly. We just need good stories that don't need to have someone be the villain. And because I think there's too many people trying to play hero and villain, and it really creates the issues that we see in our in a lot of our society, right? It's like life can be conflictual enough without needing a big bad. And you don't need to do like the whole like, well, what if the hero was the villain kind of a thing either. That's just even sillier. And Kanto, yes, that one. As I said, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't have a full say on it. I have obviously heard of the song, which is kind of funny because the only reason I looked for the song in the first place is because I saw it's like, oh, a Disney song made the #1 chart, and the first time I heard it, I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of a weird song. Why would people like that so much? And I listened, and then I like looked at the music theory behind it, and I'm like, oh, well, that's actually pretty cool. And then I listened to it again. It's like, oh, that is pretty catchy. I can see why people like that so much. It's one of those things where it's like it's the first time I really consumed this song. Oh, whoops. Again with me. Oh, wow. That's why you gotta check for check where you are and check. I guess I'm just gonna have to take it slow. We're gonna take it slow. It's kind of a weird thing to say while I'm in this position, but. Alright, good. Let's go. Yeah, you know, it's what is there. That's the same thing with like board games, right? Oh, sorry, bird. But like, alright, we got another one here. Let's heal up. I should get an achievement for this. That's how you know you've played a game way too much. When you're like, alright, I can survive this, and guess what? You did. A lot of poisoning going on in my life right now. Wait, didn't get. You mean like 15th. Yeah, the awards are kind of weird. Might as well put things into a hat, right? Shadow Screen is playing that now. So we got a half hour. I'm going to stop at 8. Even though I came in an hour late, we're going to do 2 hours. I'm going to see if I can annoy Shadow here. Survive the gas. I don't know about that. Like, that would be an interesting challenge, though. Like, trying to stay in the gas the whole game. Like, it would be like one of those YouTube things, right? One of those YouTube challenges. Like the don't collect coins thing. It's not a vernacular, that's a doidy. Good thing I picked up the freaking golden cup. I might have died just then. I almost died. Yeah, kind of got some time. Especially with the freaking white emu here. With the speedy emu. Speedy emu. Oh, right, I'm supposed to use the... He had the dart gun, right? He had a dart gun. Didn't I just kill someone with the dart gun? Like, I need to get dart gun damage, I think. Well, the problem is surviving, right? You'd have to survive that whole time. Now, it's not actually that unusual to have an end game where, like, the other opponent is off in the gas. Like, it's not too unusual. It's like, actually, if you look, I don't know if you came in later, but like the first game we had actually had that situation happen. Come on, come on. Why are you running from me? Come follow me. Like, come on. I want you two to fight. That's why, so kids, if you're going to chase somebody down with an emu, make sure you have your gun out. Because I did not there. So what'll happen at the end of the game where that happens? Yeah, I got it. Oh, I got the purples. I'm good. quite have the weird construction. Alright, well, let's see. We're gonna try to... We gotta get the dart gun and do the end thing. So as soon as I get that, we'll probably be done for tonight, or 8 o'clock, whichever comes later. So, if you haven't gotten your votes in, click on the link in the description below, and you'll be able to vote. Also, if you will kick that like and subscribe button. Please the algorithm, for the algorithm hates me, and the feeling is mutual, but if you want to be nice to the algorithm, you can do those things. And look, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. We were talking about him earlier. So click the like for Sonic the Hedgehog, because you gotta go fast. All right, so I'm gonna mark that, and we're gonna start looking for dart guns around here. I thought I hit somebody with a dart gun. Maybe that was like earlier in the night. It wasn't that long ago, was it? I do remember doing dart gun damage to somebody. It must have been before 7 o'clock. Alright. Well, I don't know why I dropped. Don't see freaking dart gun. There's a person there. Sorry, bud. Shouldn't have worn that cat. Nope, I am very, very much. The algorithms appreciate it, yes. You must please those algorithms. Oh yeah, I gotta go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Gotta move. Gotta groove. Oh, I'm gonna grab that, grab that. Come on, Emu! Don't leave me! Dun 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 it. So let me grab some of this stuff. That's level 3, baby. I'll take that. Top 16, excuse me. That was lovely. Click like for burps. Yeah, no, I'm not messing with that. once again, did not have my gun as my selected item. Shame. Cops. You'll never catch me, Lucky Charms, cop. Oh yeah, I can eat the mushrooms, which I should do. I'll eat. I'm gonna eat mushrooms. Be nice and strong. Oh, that is a minigun. Come on out, buddy. Nope, guess you didn't. Alright, Oh, I'm almost dead. That's almost dead, man. Up. Oh! You done, bitch? Oh, they got the minigun. Yes. He makes threat at the team. Who touched my shit? Oh, there goes my gun. Who touched my emu? I'm gonna win. Ah, yes! I am heavy weapons guy. It's my first game with the floss too, right? Yeah, what was it? The mole kind of, all I can think of is Rossetti. Oh, jeez. I win. Alright, so, didn't mean to win that one. Alright, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna look for dart guns starting around the outside. I think Shadow Screen's in this game with us. He's all the way over. He's all the way over here. So we won't see each other. He's not playing as his normal character, which is why I didn't see him in the thing. Anyways, let's there are no dart guns at all. Why? Game, I hate you. Why are you doing this to me? Alright, I'll move out here. See if we can find any. Not the greatest start. Yeah, no. Like, no dart guns, man. Killing me. It's an AK. So many AKs. I'll move toward the thing. Wait, how far am I? I'm pretty far. I shouldn't do that. I'm gonna switch this to this. realize that my chat is not up. What the heck was that? Minimize the chat there. There's a level 3, baby. Alright, time to be in. Oh, well, I should try to open up some boxes here. How far is... It's about halfway. I can grab that and run. Oh, really? Oh, no. We lose an hour, right? Oh, man. Yeah, I'll blame it on daylight savings. I was an hour late because of daylight savings time. It was to remind you that daylight savings time is this weekend. Whoops, did I leave that there? It's like, god dang it, that guy's clever. I'm hunting you, buddy. Where are you? Yeah, that's the whole reason I was an hour late. Was to remind everybody that you're going to be an hour late to everything tomorrow. That was an ambush, bear, and you still lost. Somehow. Alright, that was like close to death. Oh, we only have 5 people left already? That's insane. Stand right there. So, buddy, thanks for the gun. He saw me. Yeah. Not bad time. One of the minigun's biggest flaws is one of the biggest flaws of the minigun is it takes a long time to wind up, and as soon as you're firing it, you're probably committing to it. You know what? Actually, we just got the dress. We have to wear the dress, laddie. You have to wear your lucky kilt and do the bow for the rest of the night. There, where's the head thing? Right? So yeah, let's wear that. There we go. Now we're cooking. Alright, so I still need to get the dart gun thing. Yeah, there's a lot of Diegos. There's like Diego and Simba are two common names. Usually if someone names Simba though, they usually have a pretty poor reputation. I don't know why. It's as if everybody who's Scar wants to be Simba. And they're like, I'm gonna be Simba. It's like, no. It could be anywhere along the shoreline. But what I'm gonna do is as soon as I cross this road, we're gonna look for Dark Gun. Actually, even when we hit this forest, maybe. And then try to make a beeline for the thing. There's a level 3 armor. I don't care. Looking for. I think that's. I can't tell. Any dart guns? Like there are no dart guns. Like you're driving me crazy, game. There's a dart gun. I saw it. Pull up your skirts and let's do this, lassies. I look like a nice little lass with a nice little dart gun, and then you come close and it's like, aha! I had a jag this whole time. Thanks for the daily, son. Oh, you gonna come close, huh? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, a lucky hunting rifle. Oh, I like that. All right. Well, let's see what we got. Lucky hunting rifle. We'll take that. Alright, so we have 15 minutes to do your voting. Until we play the next game. Here we go. Let's see. Nope, not here. They're in a different game. Hey, don't be hitting no lassies. What is wrong with you? Alright, now we can do whatever we want. So I'm gonna, let's look for... 750 comes around, we're doing lightning round. I'm just gonna like drop as soon as I can. like already in the thing? Yeah, by quite a bit. Island Games. Hey, we got full up on super tape. Alright. I shot everything except the dog. Waiting. Yeah, after this game, we're doing Geronimo for the rest of the 10 minutes. So, we'll have some fun with it because, like, I've gotten all my stuff. I've gotten all my objectives for the night, so we are good. I didn't play, I usually play daily, but, like, I didn't play Friday night because I knew it's like, oh, I'm going to have to do a stream at 5. And the dailies don't reset until 7 p.m., so I was like, I'm just going to do the dailies during the stream. Give me something to do. Preoccupy my mind. I need another. That was a skunk bomb. I exploded. There's a lot of people there. Ooh. That was harsh. Alright, Geronimo time. Let's go. I'm gonna get this. Do they still play that in high school? That was a high school game. Now that I said it out loud, I'm like, they probably don't play that in there anymore. They probably call it something else. There's probably a reason they call it something else. That I just realized as I was saying it out loud. I'm like, oh yeah, that. Anyway, yeah, so whatever they call that, bum rush? Yeah, that's even worse. Never mind. Well, they gotta call it something. They probably, my guess, I'm gonna guess, and I'll look it up after stream, is that they do something along the lines of, like a zombie thing. It's like, zombie, like, some sort of zombie game, right, where you're trying to tag people. You've never heard it called that? Like, that was how, oh man, I went to a really white school. Oh god. It's like, it's one of those realizations, it's like, holy crap, my school is so freaking white. And it's like, yep, that shows. What do they call it for you? For a lot? It was like, basically, you had to call people's names, and basically they would have to run, like, across the room to the other side. And the people who were it would try to tag them while they were running across. It's sort of like the Walk for Dead thing, sort of. What am I doing? Oh yeah, well I was gonna drop as soon as but I didn't think about it because I was so worried about um, the thing the game I was talking about. So basically, the word of the game, which they did call it Geronimo in my school, was as soon as someone said that word, everybody had to run. Like you would call people's names and they would individually run across, but if they said that word, then everybody would have to run at the same time, and it would be sort of a chaotic, like, you know, people running across the gym, multiple people getting tagged and going to the other team. Well, it's not really tag, because tag is like one person. Like, tag is like everybody's playing at the same time and everyone's constantly running and moving, whereas, like, the sort of, I'll call it, like, Riot Rush or something, like, where, I'll call it Riot Rush from now on, I guess. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what they would call it, honestly. They probably honestly don't call it that anymore, for obvious reasons. At least I hope they don't. There's probably some school out there that still does. In Mississippi somewhere. You know what's sad about this is that I'm playing this game on autopilot now. So we're gonna do 2 more games, this one and one more, and then we'll see what won for the night. I do like the silenced pistol better. The screamy eagle that goes, "Hello, I'm here." Everybody in the kilometers. Let's go for it. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. He can see me. The hedge line does not cover the whole thing. I just realized. Like, I can see you, buddy. I remember everything. I have one of those frickin' memories, man. Like, it's scary. Oh, the ball got me. I was like, did the shotgun get me? Oh, I got the top hat. Oh. Alright, we gotta wear the top hat for the last game of the night. Get ready, because it's gonna be a fast one, so you guys gotta vote if you haven't voted already. We're gonna do the lucky land. Here we go. You ready? Yeah, physical education wasn't my favorite class either, obviously. I was more, like, I actually really didn't have a favorite class. Obviously when I was younger I liked math because like my parents liked math and I like math. And then as I got older I started liking arts a little bit more. And then I kind of liked a little bit of everything when I got to college, but I chose computer science because it was practical, which was a good thing because it obviously has helped a lot, giving me a solid career. Um, but yeah, so it was like PE was obviously not my strong suit. I remember when like somebody annoyed the teacher and like the teacher had us like all sit like on the side of the gym, and I started tapping the Tootsie Roll song. The whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me, and I kept tapping that on the gym floor like. And he got pissed off, and he's like, "You're gonna be writing like." So basically, he had me. He take the sheet of paper. He's like, "You're gonna be writing like something on it for like 50 times over." And I have a good memory, but I can't. I was supposed to drop there. Again, like I get lost in conversation, and I'm like, completely forget it. All right, we're going for this. It's supposed to drop as soon as the match started, like right away. Don't think so. Any more? I'm just gonna stand. I'm gonna stand right here. I'm just gonna wait. Three. All right. Any more? I feel like a lucky 7. Can we get the 7? But he's like, you're gonna be writing for like this thing, and it's like, okay, cool. I get to write for gym class. I mean, that's excellent. Yeah. I heard him. Did he already leave? Come on, man. Come back. I'm just the guy with a shotgun. I'm not gonna do me much harm. Yeah, right. Like, here's the thing. I learned all of my technical, science, like math and stuff like that at my primary school. I learned basically everything about everything else in college, right? I could tell you, going out of college, my historical figures that I thought were my quote unquote heroes were basically all presidents coming out of high school because they basically treat the executives of the United States as if they're these like deities. So like of course when you think of like Roosevelt and Lincoln and like George Washington, but then you go into college and you're like, wait a minute, these guys are just guys. Really, they just happen to be like. Then you start going, oh well, I like instead of liking Abraham Lincoln, I like Frederick Douglass. Instead of liking Theodore Roosevelt, you go, I like Alan Turing. Instead of liking, George Washington, you like, oh, I like, Ben Franklin a lot better than whoever George Washington was. And so when you understand that and you go, okay, that's, the difference between, college education and like primary school education, like that you start to see like people's more, you start to see roles beyond the executive, whereas the people who come out of high school see like roles as executive or not executive, and then you start to see the partisanism, and then it's like, oh, it all makes sense now. Like it all makes sense now. They're like, this is why the people who go to college freak these people out, because because they're like, oh, they're being taught something that's different than what we're being taught. It's like, yeah, we're being taught actual history instead of being a babysitter club for kids, so that their parents can go out and be productive. I don't need to come out. You need to come to me. Did he see me? I don't think he saw me. Did he see me? Oh my god! Both of them were the cop and the pink. Cop and the pink deer were like, no, no, buddy. I got 6, so. Alright, that's all. Peeked in time to vote. Woo! No, you. Okay, so. Alright, I'm gonna play one more game then and let you vote. Because we were about to end it. But I'll play one more just so Dreamus can get his votes in. You learn the reasons not to become president. Yeah, like, you know, everybody hate, like half the people hate you because you have a letter next to your name. Actually, I will give George Washington. The only thing I will give George Washington credit for is he called out like, "Yo, I see this party thing you're doing, and it's gonna suck for everybody," and he literally was right. Like, I don't know if it was that bad like back then too, but oh my god. Oh. Uno mas, uno mas. Alright, we're dropping in this house. I don't know what's in it, but we're getting it. Abe was a good dude, for sure. The only thing Abe kind of did wrong was kind of made the income tax. He didn't put an end date to it. I think the income tax is stupid. I think it's, you know, sales tax, double the sales tax, just, like, income tax, like, not the greatest. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, income tax is fine. Like, it's like, I don't think that it's, like, the greatest thing. Obviously, over a certain level, yes, maybe. It's kind of like, one of those things that can take or leave. The reason that he had to implement it, though, was obviously, like, they just lost half the country, right? Like, half the country decided, oh, yeah, I'm gonna start a war with you, so they needed some way to get revenue, right? So that's the reason they implemented it. But now the government's got, you know, they've got revenue, but they're not using it for anything productive. They're not using it for freaking the things they should be using it, like the health and the safety, like the health of our society, right? Like, they're not using it for what it should be used for. And I think that until they start using it what it should be used for, they should stop getting money. But the worst, like, income tax is actually not as bad as, like, political contributions, I will say. That's the whole Disney thing that we're talking about recently. That's the worst. Especially when, like, Disney is like, oh, well, we contribute to both candidates. It's like, that's still not good. Because now, then that means the freaking companies are basically playing both sides of the field just to get preferential treatment. It's like, what? It's like, at that point, it's like, didn't they call that gangs? Like, didn't we have gangs that we do that with? It's like, why, guys? I would say political contributions, 100% tax, baby. 100%. You give uh, you give a politician like $100 for their campaign. You're paying $100 for in taxes that go to like mental health insurance for everyone else because you're going to cause everyone else stress or some crap. Time for me to move to Florida. Here's the thing, it's like income tax is fine. I'm actually fine with it. You know what it actually does? Income tax actually does incentivize like the government to push people to work. So in a way, if you're like angry about the whole like them saying, "Oh, everyone's got to go to work for coronavirus," that's one of the big reasons. If no one's working, they're not getting revenue. So it's one of those things is like taxes, they kind of incentivize the government to do things that people don't usually predict, right? Like, if you think about it, like, property taxes, it's like, that's a great idea. Like, people should be taxed for the property that they own. Like, if they own a house, they should be taxed for it so that they don't, like, start buying up properties all willy-nilly and not using it or doing anything with it. That's, on paper, that was a good idea. Like, that's the whole reason the game Monopoly was made. But at the end of the day, what ends up happening is that the government all of a sudden wants the property values to go up. They don't want affordable housing because then the affordable housing is not... I'm dead anyway. All of a sudden, like, if property values go down, which they should, because people need to be able to afford houses, but if the government's not incentivized to let the property values fall, because if the property values fall, guess what happens? The government loses money because because property taxes go down. So, and the same thing with the stock market. It's like, if the if stock line goes down, then people take capital losses. If people take capital losses, people are going to do tax loss harvesting. If people do tax loss harvesting, the government loses money. So the government gets incentivized to make that stock line go all the way up. So the irony here is that all these things that we've put into place, because, that makes sense. We should tax people who can, tax people based on the, things that they have that increase their net worth. It's perverse the incentive of the government. Like, the government's supposed to let, you're supposed to let things come down so that people can afford this kind of things. It's complicated, which is why it's a headache, honestly. They owe you $2,000. Holy cow. My refund was, I think it was like $340 for the federal and $200 for the state. And the only reason I got the refund is because I, dumped a bit into my health savings account. I think they would have been pretty even otherwise. No, like, I don't like DeSantis. Like, I do like people who... I do like science. That is a thing I do like. This is the problem, is that when you get into vote... We talked about voting, and then we got into politics somehow. Anyways, usually not what I talk about, but... My whole take on it, my final thought on it is this. Is... when it comes to taxes. Like... Everyone's like, well, we shouldn't, like, the left does say, like, increase taxes, and it's like, that's fair, and that's fine to increase taxes on people. But my thing is, like, what are they going to use the tax dollars for? That's what I want to know. Like, unless they get it in writing, it's like, we're going to use these tax dollars to actually fix these problems that we have. Like, we shouldn't be throwing more money at the problem. Because you know how those, jerkish rich people go, oh, you shouldn't give money to people who are poor and on the street because they'll just use it to drink. Right? Like, it's like, yeah, but then you tell me to give more money to the government, and all they're gonna do is bomb more people with it. Like, they're just gonna bomb people with the money that I. It's like I can't like they're. I give them more money, they keep bombing more people. Hey, government, stop bombing people. We'll give you money. Get a job. Stop bombing people. I know you're addicted to it. Like, stop doing that, and maybe we'll give you more money. Like, stop building more bombs. Start building more schools. Build more schools, and I'll say, hey, yeah, you're doing great things with that money. Here's more. Sadly, it's like. It's kind of the catch-22 that we're kind of in. It's sort of a paradox, as it were. The progressive tax paradox. So give the government more money, they'll do good things. No, they'll bomb more people. It's frustrating. That's why politics is frustrating. Anyways, let's get to... win once per stream. KO demo. I did not see the KO demo. Anyways, I should log out of this thing. Exit. Yes. Alright, let's go to the voting streams. I'm done with my political ranting. I don't know why I was politically ranting. Sorry about that, everybody. Don't get me started on Ukraine. Anyway, there are worse governments than ours. And that's all I'll say about that. Our government may not be great. There are worse ones for sure. That's all I gotta say about that. That's in the words of Forrest Gump. I gotta go to the streaming thing and change the screen here. Window capture. After Fist. After New Lucky's Tale. Here it is. Ta-da! Alright, we have 6 responses tonight. We'll see which one wins. Yeah, speaking of voting, yeah, I was rambling. Anyways, send... No. Excel file. Equals sum of, yep, and we're gonna drag all the way across. There's like 4 items here. Alright, so we're going to take this, we're gonna copy that, we're gonna add a new thing, we're gonna do paste transposed. And we're going to do that. Alright, and we're going to do filtering A to Z. Wow, that was pretty definitive. Chicory, A Colorful Tale is next with 22 votes. That's kind of surprising because, like, Chicory was never that huge on the voting thing before. So the fact that it jumped up to like 22 is fine. Backbone actually jumped up pretty far too. And the one that got lost was Button City. So Button City is off. That one is on. And we have 4 games here. And I'm going to take a look at those really quick to see which ones I would like to see on there. The people want artistry. Is it an art game? Because like, if it is, I'm going to be like pretty embarrassed on how terrible I am at drawing. I think it mostly had to do with coloring things in, from what I recall. So hack tag. I'll take a look and see what that is. Hack Tag is a fast-paced 2-player co-op stealth game With a unique asymmetric game style, play the stealth agent in the field or the virtually infiltrated hacker and work together to carry out espionage missions where nothing goes as expected. That's pretty interesting. I'd have to have a second player. So we'll add that. If that wins, then obviously I'd have to get a second player to schedule time. Well, I don't know which role I would play. Would I play the one calling things out, or would I be play, or the person? Would I be playing the thing, and the person would be leading me in? That's another question. I did not mean to do the fill. I meant to do the text color there. All right, and then Wally and the Fantastic Predators. That sounds pretty dangerous. Wally and the Fantastic Predators. Oh, this is like your best friend wants to cheer you up, so he tries his best to make a dungeon for you to explore. Explore his wholesome, weird as heck, scrappy roguelite, oozing with charm and humor for 1 to 2 players. That's actually interesting. And once again, it sort of has a grid 2D style, sort of like the Game Boy thing. But we'll see. I'll add that to the list. It looks good. All right, Tunic. I haven't heard of that one. That's like this is isometric Zelda. Explore a fan filled with lost legends, ancient powers, and ferocious monsters in Tunic. An isometric action game with a small fox and a big adventure. I thought someone wrote this. Was this an early access? Oh, it's going to be released March 6th. Okay. I think somebody did put this one in, but it was early access. But it looks like it's coming out of early access. So by the time we vote on it next time, it'll definitely be out of early access. So freaking heck with me doing that. I'm just going to write them down here. Tag Wally and the Fantastic Predators. Tunic and Kimono Mahjong. I'm familiar with the game Mahjong. Is this a Mahjong game? Kimono Mahjong. A fun strategic variant of the classic multiplayer game. Even Steam is going, this game doesn't look like anything in your cart. That one, I don't know if I'm going to add it. I mean, it's Mahjong. It's got anthro characters, but I don't know. I'm going to put a question mark next to this one. I'll investigate it a little bit later. Because if it's just Mahjong with like anthro avatars, then that's going to be like, yeah. That's going to be a little bit things. If there's something interesting to it, because it says it's a variant of it. If it's like really interesting and it does have some like actual like things that would be interesting, it would obviously be a one-off game if it's just Mahjong. And obviously, it's kind of one of those ones I don't know if I would be adding that or not. I mean, I love it too. I don't know if I love it. It's like what gin rummy with tokens, right? But I don't know if it's like of interest up this channel because it's like it just looks like Mahjong with like furry avatars and like nothing else, right? Going for it. Other than that, like, well, obviously, like having a furry version of Mahjong, if you like Mahjong and you like furries, obviously you'll get to play furry characters on it. But if you minus the avatars, like, is it really a furry game? Like, it's this old Fred Patton question, I suppose. Oh, that's literally what that translates to. Perlop says it's just furry mahjong. It's like a bit more to it than that. Okay, a bit more than gin rummy. All right, so I'll investigate that one later. Um, as a question mark. We've got like three already though, so that's already going to replace that. So even then, it's like, like it's one of those things. It's like, does it follow the rules? I said Anthro was the main characters, and you're playing as Anthro characters. But like, does it actually impact the gameplay at all, or no? Well, I mean, like, then it gets into the whole like, if you're making that kind of argument, right? It's like, well, technically, I mean, if the gameplay in the avatars and who you're playing as is always separate, no matter what games, like, Death's Door was just a Zelda Metroidvania style game with like or yeah, like Fist. It's like, well, yeah, what's the difference between Fist and like Metroid, man? I mean, it's just foundationally it's the same game. It's just you're playing as a rabbit character, right? I mean, what? It's not a genre, man. Like, it's one of those tough things. Texas Paul and Poker. That sounds like it would get me banned from YouTube, Ganovo. God, that would get me banned from YouTube. Anyways, that's it. We're playing Chicory, A Colorful Tale next time. Button City is gone. We will be adding these three things to the next voting thing. We will see you then on March 19th to play the art game that is full of art and full of heart, as most art things are. It was originally a mobile game, so it's a bit bare bones. I mostly suggest something. Ah, okay. Wait, wait. You want things that are chill, man? I don't know. Like a colorful tale might be pretty chill. Or like, have the recent games been that intense? I mean, I will say I still have to write the freaking review for that one, but like, Super Lucky's Tale was pretty chill for me. Like it was like, it was a like it wasn't that intense, right? Like like Fist was pretty challenging, and it was pretty rough. Um, the one before that I think was pretty challenging too. So there were some challenging games, but like I do think that as a palate cleanser, Super Lucky's Tale was already kind of a pretty good palate cleanser for sure. Like it was like even the challenging level at the very end was like, you know, it was like Mario medium difficulty. Like the challenge levels were for Super Lucky's Tale. Like Odyssey's like Mario Odyssey got harder than that. Like about like 2/3 of the game in. All right, so we're gonna head out. See you guys next week. Stay safe out there and stay dry and warm. And don't spend too much on oil or gas. That's almost impossible. I gave you an impossible task, I'm sorry.